Greetings, greetings, greetings. What the deal is, my people? What the deal is? This is your brother, Chief Flying Eagle, Ra Elohim, aka the Black Identity Slayer. When I told y'all people, and I'll keep reminding you, that I'm a special man, I'm a chosen man. A lot of you don't hear what I'm saying, and a lot of you don't know what it means. Essentially, what I'm telling you is this: I have activated the energy, the frequency, the faculty of Moses, Joseph, David, all those allegorical entities, personas, they are faculties. I've activated them. Ancestors have sent me here on a mission. Haven't I want? I've always been warning you about the black, and recently I've been telling you it's a plague, it's a disease, it's a curse. Guess what's happening right now? Because the ancestors always got me on point. I have never missed, never, not once, I have missed. And here we go. I took my niece out, and the ancestors coming to me. I mean, I feel that heavy weight on my shoulder, and I'm like, what's going on? You dig? And I was advised to just open up my phone. I opened up my phone. The first thing that came up was Black Plague in California. When I keep telling y'all, ain't nobody doing it like me, they not. You dig? I was sent to restore my people, but all I could do is give you the warnings, like the allegorical Noah did. Y'all laughed. Y'all made fun. See what happened? The flood came, but that flood is coming. That plague is coming, and it's the Black Plague. I've been warning y'all about it because the ancestors put me on that mission to tell my people, give it up, but y'all don't want to give it up. So let's read. Okay, the Black Plague in California. The Black Plague refers to a historical pandemic. You hear that? Historical. I'm going to say that again. His story comes from history. It's a historical, okay, pandemic, but it's still a relevant and circulating bacterial disease with cases in California like the recent one in South Lake Tahoe. All right. We are not going to read where it stems from and, well, maybe a little bit. Often stemming from contact with plague, infected wild rodents, and their fleas, introduced to the U.S. via rat-infested steamboats in the 1900s. That was done intentionally. Okay? Well, let me just say allegedly, because I know how TikTok do me. The disease evolved from urban outbreaks to primarily affect wild animals populations in rural and higher elevated or elevation areas. We're going to stop sharing here. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back into Europe. You could go read on this yourself. All right. Let us go see what the Black Plague did in Europe. I've been warning my people. I'm still warning my people, but y'all just want to hold on to the black. Why do you think the Black Europeans all of a sudden popped up? They pulled you in with the gingers. They pulled you in with the gingers. All of a sudden, all these so-called Black Europeans, I could call them Black Europeans, I don't care. All right. Pulling all this Black Europe because they know what's going on. They know what's going on because every time it's a Jubilee, they have a chance to give up their filthy ways and their wicked ways, and they don't. And they don't. So every time they don't, the ancestors, the universe sent a plague. My people, I'm telling y'all, ain't nobody like me out here doing this. I'm telling y'all. You feel me? But you're not going to get it until it's too late. And it's almost too late for a lot of y'all. All right? Let us go into this right here. Because when I keep talking, you guys just maybe think I'm cocky. No, I'm not. Okay? When Moses told people, not Moses, when Noah told people, he wasn't being cocky. When the allegorical Jesus or Yeshua came and gave the message, he wasn't being cocky, but he had to say who he was. You dig? Y'all better recognize, man, who y'all have walking around you. You don't know, but I'm telling you, all right? Look at the Black Plague, the devastation. It devastated medieval European cities between the 1300s, between 1347 and 1352. Now, mind you, it caused significant population. They lost literally over half of their population, between 30 to 50%, but it was more than that. It affected Africa, Europe, and Asia. That's why they ended up coming into the Americas so we could help them. All right, they came for rescue. They knew where they were coming. They knew they was coming to the land of abundance. Okay, they knew they were coming to a land that was not cursed, which was the Americas. All right, and literally, what it says, same situation, historical pandemic due to bacteria carried by fleas on rats, which spread rapidly in crowded, poorly sanitized urban environments via trade routes and ships. Okay, same thing is happening here now. You dig? But let me show y'all something else. So they had a chance to repent, because there are people in certain positions like the Vatican. They know exactly what's going on. All right. So they bring the Jubilee to, so that the people could, a day of atonement, so to speak, a period of atonement where the people got to be forgiven for their ways and their filth. But they did not take heed. So the plague had to come. The same thing is happening in our land right now, because y'all are not listening to me. And I keep telling you, I was sent for this. All right. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to look at the etymology of the word black, because I've shown you this before, but y'all want to continue to be black. So go ahead. But the ancestors are going to force you. The universe is going to show you that what your brother been telling you, he's been speaking the truth. So let us go look at the etymology of the word black. We're not going to go into all of that, but let's go down. We're going to go into the root where it came from. We also see that it means what? It means pale. All right. So every time you say you're black, it means that you're pale. But we're going to look at where it came from. All right. Old English word for black was what? Swat. Let's click on SWAT, see what it means. This is what SWAT means. I'm not going to say it. Read it for yourself. Okay? Look at the energy that it carries. Look at the vibration, the frequency of that word from which it came from. You see that? Right here. And then it goes deeper into that word sordid. You see where it came from? Black, all that came from? Look, read. Look. Because pretty soon, it's going to be leprosy. What's going to happen? You're going to see after this plague come and it start plaguing the people and eating the people, they're going to revert to cannibalism. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about, because his story will repeat itself. It has nothing to do with the color of skin. Okay? Because it was the so-called black Europeans, all right, that was doing all the wicked-ish in Europe. It was them. And it's their children that's out here in Europe talking about all of a sudden they black and they want to tell us that we're black. Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all keep falling for this. Okay? But I showed you where black came from and what it means. Y'all could continue to be black if you want to. Go ahead. But I'm telling you, this is what happened. Let's go back to the first Jubilee to prove to you what I'm talking about. Because now what? We are in a Jubilee. You have to give up your wicked ways, your hatred, your animosity, your greed. These people, these people came into our land. You feel me? And brought their disease and their poison into our land. And our people have absorbed it. But it was supposed to happen, though. You know, it was supposed to happen. You did. But that curse has been lifted. But you still want to carry on with the curse and you still want to be black, huh? All right. So the first Jubilee in Europe was in 1300 by Pope Boniface the Eighth. Okay, because they was going through all this wicked. I'm talking about men sleeping with men, cannibalism, all type of stuff. All right, and then the time come for the Jubilee. So the Pope opened up the portals for the very first time, released some of the souls. People, stop the fighting, restore yourself. They didn't want to take heed, so boom, the Black Plague came. Okay. The Black Plague, they had a whole Jubilee to do it. So they didn't want to do anything. So the Black Plague came in 1347, 3 years before the Jubilee end, because they just wasn't getting it. They didn't want to change their wicked ways. You feel me? So it devastated on a life over 200 million people in Europe, Africa, and Asia. and they had to come into the Americas for help. We went and we helped them. They still didn't learn what they did. They came into our land and made our people POWs in our own land. Those are the people that's running our land right now. Y'all think it's about the pale man. Oh, what is the YT and this? And let me tell you, y'all gonna learn. Y'all going to learn. You feel me? This is just the beginning. Just the beginning. Because you're gonna see everything I've told you is coming true, and it will come to pass. My people, restore yourself. We are in the Jubilee. Give up your evil ways. Give up your animosity, the jealousy, just the whole low vibrational, whatever you want to call it. You dig? We, as the original people, we are the only ones that could restore order back in our land. And the same thing that happened in Europe after the Black Plague, they had to set boundaries, even in Germany. All right, when Hitler, literally was, he militarized the entire state of Germany. Okay, and we're preventing people from doing this and prevent same thing that's happening right now, because they know that the plague is coming. So they have to make sure that they have all the jails and detention centers all over the place, because the same thing happened in Europe when bodies started to fall. Y'all think I don't know what I'm talking about, huh? I wrote about it in my book, Genesis Sister Reevaluation. But the ancestors are going to show y'all exactly who I am. I promise you. I keep telling y'all, the ancestors are going to show you who I am. They are, because I'm already telling you. But for some reason, you are not getting it. Okay? You're not getting it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to tell you, you perish not because of what Hosea 4:6 said. You don't perish because of the lack of knowledge. No, because I'm giving you the knowledge. I'm giving you the information like nobody else is giving you. Like I told you, when I tell you nobody's giving it to you like this. Nobody. I could stand on that for a fact. Go anywhere on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, the X, any one of them, and tell me anybody that's giving it to you like this. Not looking for a chip on my shoulder, but I'm just letting you know that the ancestors sent me for a special reason. Okay? Now, let us go look at Exodus 32:9. So you're not going to perish because of your lack of knowledge, which is Hosea 4:6. God, people perish for the lack of knowledge. No, because I'm giving you the information. This is why you're going to perish. Okay? Exodus 32, verse 9. You know what the Lord told Moses? Because like I told y'all before, I have awakened and activated the faculty of Moses, Noah, Joseph. I was sent for this. I've been telling y'all since when? Since when I've been telling you, go look at all my videos. Message has never changed. You know what the Lord told Moses? I have seen these people, talking about you, and behold, they are a stiff-necked people. That's why you're going to perish. Y'all don't want to give up the curse. Y'all don't want to give up being black. So the plague is coming, because I told y'all, I've been telling you. But now y'all want to attack me. No, we Black Americans. Oh, we the FBA. Don't you know all that was put in place strategically to destroy the firstborn? But like I said, y'all going to learn. My people, give up the black identity. Give up the black identity. You see, the people in Europe, they knew where they had to run to. They had to run into the land of abundance, the so-called New Jerusalem, which is actually the old Jerusalem. And it's all allegory. All Jerusalem is the place of the children of the righteous gods, the land of the sovereigns. That's what it means. And Hagar means the land of the bondage. Right now, you are living in Hagar. You are the children of Hagar. It is all mental. You did. I'm making an attempt to bring you into Jerusalem, which we already are in Jerusalem, but it's not a physical place. You feel me? It's a faculty within you. But a lot of you just don't see it, though, because you're still vibrating on a frequency like you. Even what I'm saying here is going to go over so many heads until you really see that the doors of the ark is closed and you can't get in. That's what's going to happen. But maybe this chief don't know what he's talking about. You feel me? Y'all still think I'm a tether, but you don't realize I was the one who was sent to give you the message. But like I said before, y'all gonna know and learn who I truly am. You dig? I keep telling y'all I have everything in place already. My people, walk with your brother. Let's get back order into our land before it's too late, because these people are plagued. You feel me? Y'all really think it's about the YT? No. The first plague ones look just like you. Okay? Just like you. But like I said, you will learn, because not every skin folk is skin folk. Why you think they ignited their children in Europe to come all of a sudden step out of the blue? You feel me? All this time, they didn't know they were black. They had the internet. All of a sudden, in a Jubilee, y'all here pushing black, 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 and got my people sucking it up. You feel me? I'm telling y'all, man, y'all gonna learn the hard way. You're gonna learn the hard way. I'm done. Y'all, y'all could do y'all thing. You feel me? I'm asking y'all to walk with your brother. He knows what to do. It has to be a multitude of us that gotta come together as the collective to really change things on our motherland, or else I'm gonna leave it as that. The ancestors have spoken, man. Ancestors have spoken.